ça égale ça. Celui-là plus celui-là égale ça. Et ça sort la semaine prochaine sur vos écrans. Voici quelque chose de différent pour Sylvester Stallone, une folle comédie avec des gangsters. Oscar est un coup de poker pour Sylvester et John Landis, le réalisateur. Quand les plateaux des studios Universal furent détruits par le feu, Landis dut agir très rapidement.
We had 60 people working 24 hours a day, duplicating the facade of the house in Florida. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Hey, hey! Keep going! We built a duplicate of the house, and so when you see the movie this way, L.A. or Florida, that way, L.A., that way, L.A., this way, Florida, that way, Florida, that way, Florida, that way, Florida. People, you know, like, drive up in Florida, get out in L.A., you know, run out the door in L.A., get into a car in Florida. I mean,
Well, Mr. Vendetti. Oh, is this a gun? Why, I do believe that's a...
Actually, I'll tell you that even with the fire, this is probably the most pleasurable and smoothest production I've ever been involved with. By design, I wanted a real Hollywood look and gloss, you know, the old studio. So I was on the back lot in a soundstage. And I've never made a movie entirely on stage and on the lot. So usually you're freezing to death in some bad neighborhood. You know, this was like a real job. You know, you went, you came home. It was physically. Stallone kept saying. I mean, Sylvester would go, "I can't get over this. No one's throwing dirt in my face." You know, it was physically easy, but also a wonderful group of actors, and it was great fun.
Mr. Provolone, it is my honor to ask for your daughter's hand in matrimony.
Le fait de choisir Stallone pour une comédie souleva le scepticisme à Hollywood, mais Landis sentait que la star de Rocky et de Rambo était capable de relever le défi.
He said, "Look, you're going to have to stand and fall on your talent as a thespian here." And it was very brave of him, and he worked very hard. And I'm delighted with his performance. And he's in very fast company.
This is what I learned from John Lennon.
Playback, please. Listen, the one thing you can say about Oscar is
moonwalking.
Sylvester Stallone learned to moonwalk on it. Show him.
I will.
When I proposed it to Katzenberg, his initial response was sort of like, yeah, but he thought about it, and he said, well, ask him. So I had lunch with Sly and pitched it to him, and he was so taken aback. I think Sylvester was so genuinely taken aback. I don't hit anybody, you know. And I mean, he said to me, you're the guy that made the 2 Eddie Murphy movies. He doesn't shoot anybody in. I said, that's right.
What do we think of Mr. Stallone? He's wonderful, isn't he?
Oh, yes, wonderful.
Great.
What a guy. Wow. Great guy.
The baggage that comes with Stallone, I mean, this poor guy, it's one thing to become Rocky, but then Rocky and Rambo, the guy's an icon. It's not dealing with superstardom, it's religious. When Saddam Hussein, you know, uses Rambo in his talk, you know, I mean, when President Bush, people are using Rambo, and you have to realize this guy's an actor, you know, he goes skiing and plays pony, and I'm very impressed with him. I mean, he really worked hard. He's more dialogue in this picture than his career.
Breakfast is served.
Served, you palooka. I'm signing you up for elocution lessons with Dr. Poole. If I gotta do it, you gotta do it.
All of a sudden, he's the Duke of Ellington. Don't forget, you got a meeting with the Finucci brothers at 9:30.
It's an interesting challenge for an actor because it's
Put that away.
classical farce, which means it's chaotic, it's frenzied, it doesn't rely upon stunts. It's interaction, it's comedy, it's beats, it's looks, it's moments.
What? Aldo breakfast.
Half a grapefruit,
Section, next to cherry in the middle.
French toast,
Light brown.
bacon,
Trim the fat.
coffee,
No cream.
2 lumps.
Go.
People forget about Stallone. He's an Academy Award-winning screenwriter. He's the director, and not a bad director either. He's been around a lot, and he's no dummy.
You have to be on the ball the whole time. Otherwise, one split second, and you can blow the entire ensemble piece, where everyone is built up to a moment. If you don't hit it just right, you'll have someone like John Landis going, "You stink!"
I believe that any good actor can play anything. And when I actually worked with him in I've said to him when we met, I said, you know, we worked together before, total blank, you know. I was a stunt player. I had 2 lines, and then he killed me on Death Race 2000, movie by Paul Bartel, way back like 72 or 3. And in that, he's very funny. I remember thinking, this guy's funny. Who's this guy? And in real life, Sylvester can be very funny.
I just came from Lisa's bedroom.
You and everybody else.
Angelo, our daughter is disgraced before the eyes of God. You have to find Oscar.
Oscar's been scratched. He jumped the country.
But the baby needs a father.
The baby's got a father. What we need is a husband.
In farce, there are very few jokes. The big question was whether the audience would accept it. And that's been interesting so far, because I'm not playing down. There's no pandering here. I'm demanding a certain level of sophistication from the audience. So I've never been this happy with a movie at this point. Usually by now I hate it, you know, and I really like, this picture cracks me up, you know, and it's filled with such good performances.
Congratulations, Doc. Will there be a honeymoon following? Watch it there, Connie. You've got a dangling participle.
All right, don't embarrass me, actors.
I think he's the best director I ever saw in my life.
He's much shorter than most of the big stars.
What do you think this is, a comedy?